Dear Younger Me by Dr. Valerie Brown Ball. When you were married for the first time, you learned a lot of things under adversity and a toxic relationship. You should have taken your time and followed the inner witness that you had when you were married and cried on your wedding day. All the red flags went up, but you felt obligated to get married since you said you would. So you figured you would make your bed, and now you would have to lie in it. So what kept you going was the 3 beautiful children that you had and your career. These are the things that made you happy, even when you were in a mentally abusive relationship and married to someone who was addicted to drugs and alcohol. You loved God and knew God would protect you, but you did not know how to get out of the situation you were in. When you went to the church, they told you that God hates divorces and that you should pray and stick it out. So you stuck it out even though it was not a great home environment for you and the children. Then when you decided and desired to leave, you were afraid to take care of 3 kids by yourself, so you just stayed and got more and more depressed. You were so depressed, then it got real dark and the days grew darker. Then one day you got on your knees and cried out to the Lord and said, "You said you would not give me more than I can bear." After that prayer, the Spirit of God comforted me, and then I felt the presence of the Lord. So when I decided to leave my husband after our final conflict, the Lord told me that He loves me whether I am divorced or not. Then I found the book by Dr. Miles Monroe, Single, Married, Separated, and Divorced. And after reading it, I realized there is life after divorce, and sometimes we do make mistakes. But you did a great job raising your children as a single mom and not bad-mouthing your ex-husband to your kids. You allowed them to have a relationship with their father, and you were able to move on with God by your side. Fast forward 10 years after my divorce. The kids were grown up, and you had the opportunity to marry again. This time you took more time to get to know your husband, which was something you learned from the first marriage. You also remembered that you had to learn to love yourself so you can love your husband, family, and others better. Most importantly, God gave you another chance at love and marriage to a man of God who loves you. In this second marriage, you must apply what you have learned by the grace of God to your new marriage. Now that you are more mature and grounded in the Word of God, you still will have to work at your marriage, but now you realize that God is with you, loves you, and will never leave you or forsake you. When there are challenges in your marriage, you are better equipped to deal with the challenges of a marriage. Because you were a single mom for so long, you had to be mom and dad, but now you can relax and be a mom and a wife and allow your husband to take care of your needs and love you as Christ loves the church. Above all, be anxious for nothing, remember to pray, and listen to God. Now that I have 14 years in this new marriage, I am still standing and God is blessing us. And we, God, my husband and I, are keeping our marriage together for the glory of God. We're an example that God is a God of second chances and that we can represent and be a witness for God in the institution of marriage.